Hey, what's up, guys? It is Jordan, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I wanted to discuss the ending of Dragon Ball GT: A Hero's Legacy from 1997 and the character of Goku Jr. Now, this scene has to be one of the greatest contributions that GT has ever given to the Dragon Ball series, and it's a shame because I actually do kind of agree with the direction that they took, going backwards from GT and trying something new and not trying to move past the era of GT, because the era of GT worked so hard to retire all the characters that to move forward from that story would be very difficult. But in some ways, it really is a shame that GT, isn't considered a part of the modern continuity. And, Super Saiyan 4, a lot of those things, none of those things really bother me in terms of not being a part of the main continuity. What actually bothers me is some of these really cool plot elements that they implemented in GT. And one of my favorite things that they had done during that era was this short little interaction between Goku Jr. and Son Goku. So at the end of the film, Goku Jr. has found the 4-star ball, and as you can see, he is at Goku's grandfather's place. And that's what makes this scene so impactful, is the fact that Goku Jr. is there, and he actually ends up meeting his grandfather Goku in spirit. So Goku Jr. is frustrated because the Dragon Ball will not give him his wish. And this frustration, since the Granola arc is so fresh in my mind, since it was the last huge arc of Super, this really reminds me of like the frustration that Granola felt whenever he tried to use the Dragon Balls. Like, this doesn't feel like a Goku thing. Like, I don't think Goku would throw a fit like this because he's not getting to use the Dragon Balls for what he wants. But this whole thing with Goku Jr., you can tell after you watch the scene that it had a huge impact on the Granola arc because of how Goku guides Goku Jr. in this situation. So, of course, Goku Jr. being the descendant of Goku and not living during the era of the constant use of the Dragon Balls, he does not understand that the Dragon Balls, you need all 7 Dragon Balls for your wish to work. His goal is to help his Granny Pan feel better via the Dragon Balls. I really like that Goku Jr. seems much more lost than Goku in terms of how naturally he handles all of this pressure in terms of what he has to deal with in life. So when Goku makes his grand appearance, I always love this scene. And I'm telling you, it is such a shame that this scene doesn't really hold any narrative weight for the future of Dragon Ball, because it's so amazing. Here you have Goku, Grandpa Goku, sitting on Grandpa Gohan's property, teaching Goku Jr. the importance of essentially what made Goku so successful in the series itself. And I really like how they play on, this being Grandpa Goku. They even make sure to have Goku Jr. say Grandpa Goku. So you can tell that this is all a huge nod at the effect that Grandpa Gohan had on Goku in the original Dragon Ball, which is sort of what this video is mainly about. I just wanted to clarify how this encompasses the entire narrative of Dragon Ball as a whole. So Goku Jr. gives himself a hard time for how weak he is, like essentially mentally. We all know he's not weak strength-wise, but like he's giving himself a hard time for how easy he gives up, like how easy he's disheartened by situations. And Goku is very quick to let him know that he's not weak at all, that he's actually very strong. And you can tell that Goku Jr. needs the encouragement here because he asks Goku, "Was I brave?" And of course, Goku gives him the encouragement that he needs. And he goes on to tell him, you are an extension of me after all. You are Son Goku. So at this point, it's revealed to us, despite the fact that Goku Jr. did not get to use the Dragon Balls to make his grandma feel better, she pops up with Goku Jr.'s friend Puck, and he realizes that his grandma Pan is all better again. Now this seems very familiar, doesn't it? It's also very similar to how, despite the fact that Granola used the Dragon Ball selfishly, in the end, due to the fact that he followed through on a specific set of principles, which are essentially the same principles that Goku follows behind, he ended up having Minato revived. So this is very important. This right here encompasses everything about Dragon Ball that I think a lot of people miss. And it's right. This right here, these few lines are probably some of the most important lines of dialogue throughout the entire series, and this is essentially why I think it's a shame that this small portion of the series is sort of moot at this point. Despite the fact that I love Dragon Ball Super, I love this particular part because again, you got the Grandpa Goku dynamic, him being compared to Grandpa Gohan, and then you got this right here. So I have raved about this in previous videos like crazy, that this is the real narrative of Dragon Ball. So Goku informs Goku Jr. that it was not the Dragon Ball that saved his grandmother. It was his courage and how he went about his journey to attain the Dragon Balls. It's almost as if he was rewarded for the decisions that he chose to make, rather than being the benefactor of a wish. He actually makes it through all of these trials by following his heart and doing what he feels is right. And this specifically is why Bardock's wish from the Granola arc does not bother me. It never has, because the entire reason that Bardock got to make that wish to begin with was because he made decisions similar to what we're seeing Goku Jr. make here and what we see Goku make throughout the entire series. So essentially what's being suggested here is when Bardock made his wish, he actually wished for Grandpa Gohan. The actual results of his wish are Grandpa Gohan, because Grandpa Gohan instilled Goku with the nature and the principles necessary to do what's right and succeed in the world of Dragon Ball. The world of Dragon Ball punishes selfish intentions. It punishes selfish actions. It beats, that nail throughout the entire series, that is nailed into our heads, that selfish actions are looked down upon within the series itself. And Goku, he makes selfish decisions sometimes, but due to the fact that he is pure of heart and pure of intent, he doesn't make it with impure intentions, and that's something else that the series rewards, is having a good heart and having pure intentions. Thus the importance of Goku having a pure heart and the importance of his nature. Now, Grandpa Gohan, specifically what he taught Goku, is the principles of Budo, or the martial way. And that became Goku's nature. Martial arts became Goku's nature. The principles of Budo, which is a play on the principles of Buddhism from Journey to the West, are what lead Goku throughout the series into success. So, had Goku not been raised by Grandpa Gohan, he would have been doomed. And this is expressed to us multiple times throughout the series. Whenever Goku meets Kami for the first time, he was about to destroy the Dragon Ball, or keep the Dragon Balls destroyed permanently, and allow the Earth to be doomed due to the fact that humans had done nothing but make selfish wishes throughout the entire series. So Goku, through his nature, through who he is as a being, is what actually saves the Earth and is what actually rewards everyone throughout the series. It's not the Dragon Balls, it's Goku's actions. So essentially the idea is that Goku, his nature, his principles, his ideas of morality are not actually an idea of morality. They are the result of Grandpa Gohan's nature and his morals being imprinted onto Goku to the point that they are second nature to him. He doesn't think about things in a complicated manner. He just naturally has these upright moral principles instilled into his being as a result of being raised by Grandpa Gohan. And those principles, due to the fact that, those principles are what's required of you by Kami and the Namex to succeed in the world of Dragon Ball, Grandpa Gohan is the reason that Goku grew up to be strong and succeed throughout the series. And so this interaction with Goku Jr. is very, very, very important, because it further establishes, this idea. It further establishes this. So if you're ever curious as to why they do some of the things that they do in the series, all you have to really do is just look at that scene, and you'll see that Goku's heart, the decisions that he makes, are actually why he succeeds throughout the series, which is also why, as Goku progresses throughout the series, he has tons of trials in terms of holding on to his nature. Most of the people that Goku comes into contact with, villain wise, are trials to see whether or not he will retain his good nature. He has been tempted throughout the entire series to abandon his principles, abandon his nature, and had he done that, he would have perished. So I just think this scene with Goku Jr. is very underrated. It's defining of the entire Dragon Ball series. I could go into way more detail because there's way more to it, but I'll save that for another video. I just really wanted to do a small video just appreciating this small section of Dragon Ball GT and this interaction between Goku and Goku Jr. I really loved it, and I really appreciate it. So if so, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I've got more coming your way, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.